Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Vidcast, and today we are going to be having our 6th weekly update here in the Vidcast. We're going to be having a discussion on all around baseball news. This is the 6th time. Now, before I get into this video, I would like to apologize for the timing of this video. This video, obviously, as you know, if you follow this thing, it's on Sunday. And on Sunday, there was a family medical emergency. One of my family members I'm not going to say who it was rushed to the hospital. They were in the hospital up until today. They're going to be going back to the hospital on Friday. So that's, I'm kind of a little shaken up right now. So no one died, but they had a little incident. That's all I'm going to say. So I had a family medical emergency. This is obviously this. I enjoy doing this. When it comes to my family, I think this goes without saying. Family is my priority, and this has been a really crazy week for me. It's only Wednesday, and I just want Friday to come already. I just want this week to be over. So this has been really hard for me, but I'm here. So I'm gonna have to maybe making 2 videos here back to back. I have to go make an equals hot stew video and. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. So this is like I think this is our final. I think this is our second to last video you're going to be seeing with the system. From now on, after the next video, it's going to be new, completely different system, and that's what you're going to start seeing. So I'll say I'm involved in another podcast. The publisher's been having a hard time getting that up, but eventually, if you guys are wondering about that, that's what eventually is going to start happening. Last week, a lot of stuff happened. Now I'm starting to kind of lose track of what happened. So last week, we're going to be talking about last week, which is kind of funny. So here's what happened last week. The first big move that happened last week was the Washington Nationals signing Steven Strasburg to a 7-year, $245 million contract. So they bring him back. He's the World Series most valuable player. And Mike Rizzo has brought him back to Washington on a 7-year deal worth $245 million. No opt-outs, I don't think. So he's back in D.C. I think I expected that. I predicted that would happen. And I got it right. That was one of the first big move. Obviously, we also heard talks last week about the Phillies with Chris Bryant. We heard, I believe it was Buster Only, say that Bryant to the Phillies makes a lot of sense. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Last week, the Phillies, according to John Middleton, showed interest in right-hander and veteran righty Sergio Romo. But obviously, Romo would go on to sign elsewhere. So he is off the market. He's getting a little bit older. We need. I mean, he'd help, but he's starting to get a little bit older, and the Twins obviously got him. So as I said, he went elsewhere, but he would have been good here. But it's fine. The Twins can have him. There was a lot of news that happened last week that this doesn't mean anything now because players have gone to sign elsewhere. But according to it's official now, but this was last week. Didi Gregorius. The Phillies have signed Didi Gregorius. We'll talk about this a little bit later in the video, but they got him. 1-year deal, $14 million. He's going to play shortstop. Gene Segura moves over to second base. So I don't know if the Phillies are done yet. So I think they're done with free agent signings, but I don't think they're done with trades. So Didi Gregorius, to Philadelphia. So very, very happy to have him with the Phillies. Another big move that happened last week was Garrett Cole signing with the New York Yankees on a massive 9-year, $324 million contract. Now, Steven Strasburg's 7-year, $245 million deal with the Nationals actually was the highest AAV, but that was later to be broken 2 days later, I believe, 2 or 3 days later, by the Garrett Cole signing for a 9-year, $324 million contract. So Garrett Cole, that is a lot of money. It's $6 million less than Bryce Harper's guaranteed money. $36 million a year for a guy who pitches only every 5 days. Now, I understand I predicted Garrett Cole to the Yankees. Everyone kept saying Angels. I just knew Yankees was going to happen. I mean, as a Yankee fan, I mean, if this was the Phillies, I don't know how I feel about paying a guy 36. I mean, he's a great pitcher, but I just don't know how I feel about that. He's going to be 39 years old, like 38, 39 years old, and his contract is up. So I don't know how I really feel about that. If I was I mean, obviously Yankees have a lot of money, but if this is a Phillies thing, then I don't know how I feel about it. But now the final move that happened last week, the big three free agents. The Los Angeles Angels signed All-Star third baseman Anthony Rendon to a 7-year, $240 million contract. I did not see that happening. The Angels really swooped in at the last second. The Phillies were as soon as the Phillies signed Didi Gregorius, I heard reports that they were out on Rendon, which was expected. But I thought the Texas Rangers were going to go for Rendon, and they didn't. I heard I heard a report a couple hours before Rendon would go on to sign that deal with the Angels that the Rangers were out on him. I was really surprised, to say the least. I was really, really surprised because the Rangers made a lot of sense for him. I went over those reasons. The LA Angels, I don't even think I have to go back and listen. I don't think they were even one of the teams they even brought up for potential landing spots for Anthony Rendon at the beginning of this offseason. So that's when I say it's a surprise. I mean, it's a really big surprise because I did not see the Los Angeles Angels signing Anthony Rendon. But I mean, the LA Dodgers apparently made a very aggressive offer, but as Rendon made a comment and said, I'm not really a huge fan of the Hollywood lifestyle. So he doesn't really seem like that kind of guy who really likes the whole Hollywood scene. But so I kind of understand what he's saying here. So that was a lot of big moves, a lot of money. All three of those guys are Scott Boras clients: Steven Strasburg, Garrett Cole, and Anthony Rendon. General Manager Matt Klentak said that Adam Hazley will, quote, most likely be the starting center fielder in 2020. He's a young kid. He's getting a big chance. And before that, I heard rumors that maybe Duval Herrera would get that job. I don't think he deserves it, especially after what happened last year. According to Jim Salisbury, it's kind of official now, but the Phillies re-signed Phil Gosselin to a minor league contract with an invite to spring training. So we bring Phil Gosselin back, the utility player. Grew up around the Philadelphia area. These are just like depth moves. I'm so bad at saying that word. These are just moves to make our roster more deep. These aren't this isn't news that's really popping off the presses. But the Phillies also signed utility outfielder Matt Stolzer. I don't know if I'm saying that right, to a minor league deal with an invite to spring training. So we get another utility guy. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we still have a lot to do this offseason. We still have to get another pitcher or two. I heard, I'll get to Dylan Betances in a little bit. The Phillies also signed infielder T.J. Rivera to a minor league deal with an invite to spring training. He secured 3 or 4 hitter and 526 plate appearances. So he's probably one of the best utility guys that we got last week. And I'll get to that in a little bit, but. Here's the most recent report. The Phillies are one of the top leading candidates to sign right-hander reliever Dylan Betances, especially with the New York Mets reportedly being out on him. So Dylan Betances would really make our bullpen a lot better. He's connections with Joe Girardi, obviously, since he was the manager. Joe Girardi was his manager in his time with New York. So I think him coming to Philly would make a lot of sense, especially with Gregorius coming here already. And we'll talk a little bit. We'll go through and talk about the big things. And yesterday was his birthday, but happy 41st birthday to former Phillies second baseman and 2008 World Series champion Chase Utley. I'd like to wish him a late happy birthday. Yesterday was his 41st birthday, so happy birthday. So let's talk a little bit about the Didi Gregorius signing. I like this signing a lot. He had a rough year, but he had Tommy John surgery. I mean, the past 2 years, he's hit excluding this year, 27, 28 home runs. He could hit around 30 home runs, and especially in our ballpark, he did well at the short porch at Yankee Stadium. So that obviously means that he could do well at the short porch at Citizens Bank Park. So I like this. I like this move. This is a good move. You're taking a chance on a guy, and there's no such bad. I was talking to Phillies Universe in the DM, and he said to me, there's no such thing as a bad 1-year deal, right? Obviously, relatively speaking, if you give a guy obviously relatively speaking, but there's not really. I mean, that's true because if it doesn't work out, you let him leave, and it's only a 1-year deal. So I like this move a lot. You're taking a chance on a guy who could really do well. So welcome to Philadelphia. I like this move a lot. It's really a good move. I like this, and especially with the Zach Wheeler, they're formally introduced on Monday, I believe. I'm really losing track of the days here. This week, it just feels like it should be Friday already, man. This week has been so long. Can't believe it's only Wednesday. So we bring in Gregorius. That was last week. I can't tell you the exact day. I've just been losing track of days, as I said. Dylan Betances again. I think he'd make a lot of sense here. Has connections. I like it. I think he'd be good here. Wade Miley also went on to sign a 2-year, $15 million deal with Cincinnati Reds. He's off the board. Rick Porcello also signed with the Mets, $10 million. Madison Bumgarner signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks, something I totally did not see coming. Madison Bumgarner goes to the Arizona Diamondbacks. That is just I just don't understand that at all. Like, I did not see that happening at all. He did it. I mean, he got a 5-year deal. It was I did not see that happening at all. That was $85 million. I totally did not see that happening. I'm looking at a picture right now. He just looks so weird in the Arizona Diamondbacks uniform. It's just shocking to me, man. I don't quite understand. It's kind of hard for me to believe that he's not on the Giants anymore, but yeah, I don't really want him. I don't know. I mean, he's a left-hander, but I don't know. But I don't think the Phillies are done yet. It did kind of concern me, the fact that they weren't going after, like Dylan pointed this out, Phillies updates. He said that he's like, the fact that the Phillies weren't signing like the Rick Porcellos of the world or even being close to their offer tells me that maybe they're done with the pitching, and they better not be, because if they are, then we're in big trouble. I don't think they are. I don't think you have anything to worry about, but we still have a lot of work to do, man. We're not done here. So that's your weekly update, guys. Rendon goes to the LA Angels. Garrett Cole goes to the Yankees. I believe he's formally introduced today. And then Strasburg went back to the Nationals. And I kind of find it funny that Mike Rizzo didn't bring back Harper because of the Rendon situation, because he wanted to have enough money. And I'm going to go on a little rant here. The Nationals owner, Mark Lerner, kind of said it wasn't a bad comment, but he did say a comment about Harper. He's like, well, he chose to leave. Well, you know what? You lowballed him. Yes, Harper chose to leave, but you lowballed him. You treated him like he was a guy who you didn't want back. 10 years, $300 million with deferred money until he's a grandfather. He'd be getting all his money when he was like 60-some years old. That is ridiculous. It's your fault. Your fault that you didn't want to bring Harper back. And you're going to try to put it on him. Yes, he declined the offer. But you know what? It's your fault, because that's an insult. Who the hell would accept that offer? That is a terrible offer. Terrible. And you know what? That says something about his character. He's going around saying that. It's whose decision. Like talking some big game. Like, who the hell do you think you are, man? You're small. And listen, Mike Rizzo hasn't really said anything about it, but I'm just so sick and tired of hearing this with this thing. I am so done. I'm so done with this, and I can't wait until we win a World Series, and Bryce Harper still gets his $330 million when we win a World Series, which will happen. I'm not going to say it's this. I'm not going to say it's 2020. We're going to win one in the next 12 years. Maybe even more than one. And that would be really fitting if we won like 3 World Series, if we could, in the next 12 years. And the Nationals only won 1. So believe me, there's 12 years to go, guys. A lot could happen in 12 years. People are acting like it's only 1 year. Listen, the Nationals, they got us, and they may have won the battle, but they're going to lose the war. I guarantee you that. Just hold out hope, guys. But I'm not saying there's a thing out there, but I'm just so sick and tired, because when we win a World Series, yes, because Harper, what is he missing out on if he wins a World Series with us, right? Which he's going to, and he still gets his $330 million. So that will shut him up. But they're probably going to bring up the Juan Soto situation, so I guess I'm just wasting my time here. But so I had to make that comment. Some other news I'm getting. I got my road jersey. I got my baby blue jersey. I got my cream jersey. I got my I'm going to be getting a spring training jersey. All going to be wearing it when the Phillies are going to be wearing it. Whenever they wear it, they wear it. Wherever they wear it, I wear it. in my video. Obviously, there's been a couple times, there's going to be like one occasion where I'm going to have to be wearing the wrong jersey, especially when they wear the all maroon jersey. It's going to have to wear the baby blue when that happens. Because why am I going to spend $100+ on a jersey? Well, I understand it's $72 now, but why am I going to spend $72 on a jersey to wear just one time in a video cast, right? I mean, that's kind of a waste of time, but a lot of waste of money, not a waste of money. Yeah, it's not worth it to me. But it is worth it to me to be having like the road jersey because I'm going to wear that 81 times. Even, I understand there's going to be, as I said, a couple occasions, obviously, when Mother's Day, Father's Day, where they have to wear the pink and the blue. So there's going to be a couple times, 4th of July, Memorial Day. Obviously, there's going to be some times where I'm, not going to be exact, but, it's hard to be, So I got a great deal on these jerseys. I think they're all Harper jerseys because all the Harper jerseys were on discount. I got them like a really cheap price. Go on MLB.com right now and go and shop Phillies. You can get a lot of Phillies gear, Phillies jerseys for a very, very cheap price. But I did go to Citizens Bank Park and buy my Phillies road jersey. I was there on Saturday. That was cool. I got some hats too. I got 3 hats. I got the spring training hat with the bell. I got the cream hat, like the blue hat for the cream jerseys. And I also got the throwback one where I wear with my baby blue jerseys. So, yep, that's it, guys. That's your weekly update. Again, I'm so sorry. This is on a Wednesday. I expected this maybe to get done yesterday. I mean, I don't even know, but this week has been really, really chaotic. I asked, just please pray, keep my family in your thoughts. But I don't really want to say what happens. Maybe I will eventually. I don't really want to talk about it. It's kind of a personal thing, but all I ask is that you just do pray for our family right now. For my family. Yeah, just keep my family in your thoughts and your prayers. Not really going into specifics about what happened. But yes, a family member of mine was rushed to the hospital. Yeah, it was pretty important. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for your support. Again, I'm sorry. I believe me, really. I mean, obviously, all my thoughts were on my family member, but I tell you, it was. I'm the kind of guy who likes to get things done, and it was kind of tough for me with especially schoolwork. I just couldn't get it done. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please smash a like in this video if you have not yet. Please subscribe to this video cast if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for all your support. I am Luke, and Merry Christmas to everyone. And I hope you all enjoy your Christmas. I'll see you on Sunday, most likely. I don't know, most likely, because my family member's going back to hospital on Friday. So most likely you will see me on Sunday. So if you don't, then Merry Christmas. So see y'all. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all later. See you guys.